There's much we ought to attend to. If aught shall change once we have attended the coronation, if your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brandt's investigation. I quite agree.
Regarding the matter of the godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely there's aught to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Pray, take it. Few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. 'Tis most fortunate that your majesty is a Beastren. You ought pass through the border checkpoint without undue trouble. You have my fullest confidence. That permit is intended for a Beastren. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we work to...
Over here, if you please.
A merchant, eh? Have you an entry permit? Hold a moment. That cart has priority. Lord Phaesus is come! Open the gates! You seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit. Go on through.
Here. We ought to take a closer look.
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, you return of your own volition. This is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. Now, 'twould be advantageous for you and your pawn to visit the Rockmouse's burrow in Batal. Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek. Farewell.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound.
Well met. Does that make you the Arisen? Be at ease. I bear you no ill will. My name is Manella, and I come. Let me buy you a drink. We've much to discuss, and I don't fancy standing round all the while. Shall we make... The people of Batal view pawns with great prejudice. They're even forbidden from setting foot in the capital. Her Majesty, Empress Nadinia, has long been troubled by this custom, but a practice so ancient isn't easily overturned. Many are unhappy about the existence of this tavern, even though it lies outside the capital, simply because it was established as a place for pawns to gather. I know not what manner of person you are, but if you would aid me in my efforts to make the people of Batal more accepting of pawns, I would be glad to offer you a residence permit. 'Tis a bargain more than fair, for those who hold such permits may remain in Batal without having their activities questioned. What say you? Glad I am to hear it. Take this then. Simply show it to one of the sentries and you'll be granted entry to the capital. Oh, and if you encounter any troubled Batali along the way, I bid you assist them. They are harsh in their persecution of the pawns, but were they to be aided by the targets of their ire, mayhap a few stubborn hearts would soften. A simple plan, I know, but 'tis the only one available, or so it seems to me. I bid you good fortune, Sir Arisen.
At last we've arrived. Delivery.
All knowledge of this, God's way, stems from the forbidden magic research laboratory, which can be found here in Batal. However, you would do well to first travel to the Alta Batal coast and seek a man named Ambrosius. For as a researcher of this laboratory, he will doubtless be able to answer many of your questions.
It would seem we've all we need to hand.
Who are you? No, never mind, 'tis of little import. I'm searching for blue crystal shards. Find any, and I'll pay you handsomely. The bigger they are, the higher your reward will be. Well, have you found any blue crystal shards? Is that all? Tiny fragments such as these aren't nearly good enough. Still, I expect I'll find a use for them. Here, take your coin and be gone. 'Tis a god's sway. Well, to be precise, the crystalline substance from which 'tis made. By refining such crystals, anyone can attain the power of the Arisen. The power to command pawns, that is. However, small fragments are meaningless. They cannot contend with the Arisen's power, you see. Speaking of which, should you find any large fragments, bring them to me, won't you? Though that might be difficult, we've scoured this area quite thoroughly, I should think. 'tis possible larger shards may have been mistaken for jewels and carried off by scavengers or collectors or some such. Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you in locating them. I can tell you no more than that.
The Godsway? Forgive me, but I've ne'er heard of such a thing. However, some years past, a sorcerer of Batal came to me seeking knowledge of the dragon, just as ye have. Face it, it appeared his intent was to alter the will of the world through mortal means. Perhaps there is some connection. Then go, since times of eld. Remember, draconic blood flows through. Then I bid ye farewell.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
About time you came along. I've a special tale to share with you today. Or so I'd like to say, but it is getting rather late. Best spend the night. We can talk again come the morn. Ah, good. You're awake. Look to the sea, my friend. Hard to resist setting out in one's boat with fair skies like these, eh? Now, I've told you about the sunken temple in the middle of the sea, haven't I? Aye, I'm quite sure I mentioned it. But I ne'er spoke of the man who resides there. He was such a worthy ruler in life that his armies safeguard him even in death. As he himself would have it, he was once entrusted with the task of watching over this world from the heavens above. Yet he tired of his duty and abandoned his perch in the sky in favor of founding a small kingdom on the ground. Alas, though he was a just and goodly ruler, there is not a single person alive who remembers his name. Oh, it sounds unfortunate, but if you ask me, 'tis all a matter of perspective. It can be a blessing to forget, and to be forgotten. I should know. In all my long years, I've never forgotten a single thing. I remember everything, every little detail. Would that I could forget some of it. A lie it may seem, but a lie it is not. I speak only the truth, as you well know. Come see me again if it pleases you. I've tales aplenty to share.
Heavens fend, I'd ne'er seen the like. I'd not known there were ruins in the depths of this cavern till the path appeared. 'Twas magic, methinks. I should have liked to investigate if the place hadn't been crawling with monsters. I'll be needing sturdier arms than these afore I head back in there, I fear. At any rate, I'd best report this discovery to my commander. I only pray naught grave shall come of it.
Strange. I suppose our only choice is to venture inward. Right you are. Yon structure yet lies on the water. 'Tis strange to think that it slumbered beneath the surface all this time. Curiously, it does not seem to be of mortal make.
So, another comes seeking to inter me. Yet your wicked schemes will avail you not, watching one. Time and again have you sent unto me your minions. Yet repel them I have, and so I shall anew till I might claim the true world as mine own. Why do you not draw your blade? This battle shall be o'er afore it has even begun. You seek not my death. Then you are not of the Watching One. I am Rothas, founder of the Kingdom of Vermund. And you appear to be arisen. Tell me your reason for coming here. Godsway. Speak you of those trinkets conjured by the wizards of Batal. E'en from these depths I have beheld the Batali scuttling about, gathering their fragments. 'Tis a baleful, maddening act to transmute the fractured souls of Arisen into such frivolous baubles. Aye, that which you seek is a soul much like your own. Yet rarely will you find one intact, for splinters are all that remain of those pitiful Arisen who were bade come here by the Watching One to end me. The flesh may rot, the soul fragment, yet power endures. And 'twould seem the Batali seek to augment this power through their perverted arts. Though to what nefarious end, I know not. Yet 'tis folly, the frolicking of children. Such a trinket could ne'er hope to fell the dragon, let alone the Watching One. I know little of your intent, but I sense in you a powerful will. A will that urges you towards fulfillment of some great feat. I shall grant you this blade. It too is the soul of an Arisen. Mine own, in fact. Refined in purest dragon blood. Alas, the ages have taken their toll. 'Tis as withered as mine own flesh. Yet, mayhap, the Batali's profane magics would be capable of drawing forth its latent potency. If that is what you seek, Arisen, then go unto their stronghold. I believe 'tis there you shall find the means to achieve it.
No, this is all wrong. What use of pitiful fragments such as these? What we have achieved is sufficient to sway the pawns. But when the time comes to fell the dragon, I fear it may not be enough. Lord Phasus insists we shall succeed, and yet... Ah, a new hand, are you? Have you some business with me? Why? 'Tis an Arisen's. This is incredible. I've never seen such a luster. But why do you possess such a thing? Where did you obtain it? No, never mind. 'Tis of no consequence. All that matters is this. With this alone, I shall be able to craft a superior Godsway, the finest of all created to date. I must make haste that I might deliver it to Lord Phasis even a moment sooner. But wait, no. I have not the Worm's Life crystals to restore it. Confound it all! Oh, don't be ridiculous. Do you even understand what you're offering? What? I suppose I am in no position to decline, even if 'tis a fool's errand. Lord Phasis is satisfied with the Godsway as 'tis, you see. And as I can expect no support from him, you can expect little aid from me. Though I suppose 'twouldn't do to send you away entirely empty-handed. Now, as I've said, Worm's Life crystals can only be obtained from drakes and their ilk. Seek all the better if it happens to be a lesser dragon. You would be solving two of my problems, then. You've returned. Have you obtained any Worm's Life crystals? You have. Incredible! That is no small feat. I must admit, I had not thought you much chance of success. Yet here you are, and this is precisely what I require to complete my work. I shan't delay. Come by again tomorrow. By then, I will have produced a Godsway of unparalleled quality. Oh, 'tis finished. The result is even more sublime than I'd hoped. I must deliver it to Lord Phasis at once. Though, mayhap... Now, I cannot leave this in your hands. I may not be fleet of foot, but only I can do this. Wait, I've changed my mind. You take it. Deliver the blade to Lord Phasis. You ought reach him in time.
Go now. Make haste for Moonglint Tower. There your journey will come to an end, one way or another.
not retreat soon, I fear we are all lost. We ought press on, my lord.
Mine's not the stone puppets, then. We move.
It arose from the sea. What could have summoned it?
Its current course will take it to the ruins and encampment. Does it mean to tromp straight through them?
Let us observe the terrain and find an opportunity to intervene. Tis a ballista, Arisen. This could grant us an edge in battle, if we...
Twould seem the stone puppet has stopped. Have the wounded been tended to?
Yes, my lord.
Good. I trust you are prepared, Sovereign of Vermont.
Will it really be all right? I'm not about to be charred, am I?
Fear not. You are in no danger. The dragon shall be under my control when it appears. Come. Let us press onward. Dragon, heed my call. Your will is mine to command. Curses. This arrival of the true Risen is most inopportune. Sovereign of Vermin, the ritual must not be disturbed. Let not the Arisen approach. You can manage that, I trust. Your efforts are for naught, Arisen. Now, simply watch as this world's hollow and fruitless order is remade by my hand. The ritual is complete. The dragon comes. Behold! The Royce Dragon! By my power, the dogma of dragons is unmade.
You could ne'er understand, Arisen.
We must all be freed from the vulgar order wherein the dragon's existence determines all.
Kings arisen. Hast thou summoned the resolution to face me? Then answer me this. Why dost thou fight? Is it to reclaim thy flesh, thy stolen heart? Or is it to reclaim thy throne? I offer thee a choice. Grant unto me this life in my claws, and be gone from this place. Or stand and fight. Pitiable arisen. The time for thou to make thy choice is come. Show me the path thou wouldst walk. Go, and thou shalt live to claim thy coveted throne. Fight and thy life is forfeit. Thou wilt face the dragon's dogma. Intriguing. This then is thy will. Our parley is done. We must fulfill our charges. I, as the dragon, and thou as the arisen. Climb upon me. We shall depart for our true battlefield. Decide a victor, and in so doing, form a link in the chain that bindeth this wheel. Tell me, Arisen, what is thy desire? Is it to slay the dragon?
Now, while the heart is first!
Alas, I am slain. But heed this, Arisen. By will alone doth the world form a ring, an unending cycle. All is preordained, even my death at thine hand.